such a Reynolds Da Vinci is white. In jail I had I make you cut off the 12 and 8 that night she had my the lights. We the ones don't like, but you look too light.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto, she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, what's underground, what's underground, frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all, strutting like Pac out the cord, hop out the Porsche, shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, thanks. Tell her ain't this is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
Yeah. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a vision.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
It certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Demario Davis there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. Now Ryan on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Jones had a nice game last week against Tampa Bay. 10 catches, 143 yards. That's his third game this year over 100 yards. But CD, it's another game without a touchdown catch.
That's so hard to believe, isn't it? 11 straight regular season games without a team.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Got it. Easy.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Easy.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And he's able to put it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Possession back over the Atlanta Falcons. And this is a team that broke a 3-game losing streak, and boy, did they need that win last week against Tampa Bay. But the injuries are still a problem. In fact, they had 3 new injuries surface in that victory.
Remember the injuries we were talking about were on the defensive side of the ball. Linebacker Deion Jones, the 2 safeties, right? You talk about Keanu Neal, and, of course, Ricardo Allen, both of them gone for the year, it appears. This time it's on the offensive side. Hot rookie wide receiver Calvin Ridley out with an ankle injury, didn't return in that ball game. Mohamed Sanu had a 35-yard touchdown pass that he hauled in, but missed the second half with a hip problem. And the kicker.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley.
Easy.
In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Got it. 14.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
21. Kill. Got it.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Got it. 11.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And Gibbs got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
14.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, it's Kamara, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
36. 21.
Brandon Marshall, 28 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This field. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Hardy with officially a 103-yard return. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
That was a special return And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
36.
On first down, Breeze. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Breeze now on first down. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, switching gears for a second, let's talk about all the offense that's been going on around the league.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
We've had 3 games where each team has scored 40 points. That didn't happen all of last year. In the most recent example, Week 6, that incredible 43-40 Pats win over the Chiefs.
A lot of people talk about...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 77 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, switching gears for a second, a neat moment before Pittsburgh's game last week. Everybody knows James Conner and how he dealt with cancer. 10-year-old in the crowd, Charles, had a sign that he was holding, and this kid is also dealing with cancer. James Conner went over to him, met him, gave him a word of encouragement, and signed some things for him. That was really nice.
Really cool, isn't it? Because James Conner understands what that young man's going through. I believe his name is Levi. Got his attention. They're kindred spirits. And James Conner also showed him by his play and being back out there, beat this, overcome it, and go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And he's living it in a big way in the NFL right now, having a terrific season.
And over 100 yards again this past week.
Yeah, what a great story and crucial catch month in the NFL.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Here we go. 12.
On second down, here's Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And the former first pick of the second round of the 2001 draft doing his thing.
And the beauty of watching him play is progressions. Yeah, he can throw it deep, but how about his ability to hit secondary targets, underneath targets, and hits them with accuracy?
A very solid gain of 27. Breeze now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
0-2.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions.
Julio Jones all alone. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Breeze. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, let's take a step back and look league-wide here, Charles. What contender do you think is in the most trouble through 6 weeks? I would not have thought Jacksonville a couple of weeks ago, but, boy, very flat performances against KC and Dallas.
Yeah, and we expect them to be a dominant team on the defensive side of the ball week in and week out, and Dallas just shredded them in their game on Sunday.
And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look old. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
Wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
How'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
21.
To throw, it's Breeze. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, 27 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. It'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching. Huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And all the way down to the 37. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Ryan will throw again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long. It's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Coleman. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Ingram again. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Room here to run. He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. And he will find Ridley on the left side. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run, Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown. Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away. Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet? Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there. Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The return man is Hill. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly. Yep, 2-score game. Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Under. Got it.
Now Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Sammy.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. Back to throw, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. And Lutz puts this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Ryan wants to throw it. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.